By the end of 2023, I wanted to lock in and change my life. I'd set everything up, all the systems and everything. I'd say on Monday I'm going to begin. But then Monday comes around and I don't do it. I'd always be scrolling instead of working, watching YouTube instead of meditating, and in general just skipping everything that I had promised myself. But then I learned the analog method. It got my screen time as low as 30 minutes daily. It got me 800 subs. It got me able to wake up at 5 AM and do 2 hours of purposeful work before school. I do 11 good habits daily. And I genuinely feel better and I respect myself more than I ever had before. And I was actually able to finally fucking lock in. It was only when I learned the analog method that I was able to get all these results. And if you watch till the end of this video, you'll get the exact same results as me. So first of all, we need to understand that distraction is all over because locking in is about focus. If you want to lock in, basically what you want to do is put your head down and focus on one or at least maximum like 2 things. You want to put all your attention towards that. But it's very hard because there's so many distractions. TikTok, gaming, Pornhub. TikTok steals your want to work because it's just stimulating without you doing anything. Gaming steals your sense of purpose because it's like, oh yeah, I can just level up in a video game, I don't need to work. And porn, it steals your masculine drive because you think you just had sex with someone, but you're literally watching it on a fucking screen. It's horrible, these habits. But let me show you exactly how we can lock in. So, the only way to lock in is to go the analog way. And the way that we do this is by thinking about our ancestors, because most of the bad habits and distractions, they're digital, and that's why we go analog. That's why we do the thing that our ancestors did, because they didn't have porn up, they didn't have fucking scrolling, they didn't have all this shit, right? It was way easier for them to do the work because they didn't have all these distractions. And once we go analog, we free up our dopamine receptors so they become back to normal. We also free up a lot of time that we, usually spend on like endless stimulation, and we basically get everything we want so we can actually lock in. And right now I'm actually working on a 30-day protocol to help change your life completely with self-improvement. I can't tell you too much about it right now, but if you want more information, just go down and join the free Discord Brotherhood. So, how the fuck do we go the analog way? Because I've been sitting here yapping for the last minutes about, how it works and all the distractions and everything. But the way that we go the analog way is to think about ancestors, military, all these things. They do the same fucking shit every day. Military, they have a schedule. Wake up at 7 AM, go to bed at 10, whatever it is, right? Maybe they do the same training every day. Our ancestors, wake up, chase a fucking ball, hunt it down, feast at night, and then do the same thing every single day. It's very simple. They did the same shit day in and day out. And, our brain always resorts to the easiest thing. That's the reason why you'd rather scroll than work, because it's easier right now to just scroll, and you get more stimulation. And so we want to create a routine just like our ancestors. So go on your iPhone notes and write down whatever you have to do for every single hour of the day. And what this does is that it removes the confusion. It makes it easier to do the hard thing because you don't need to think about it. Your brain would rather do the thing that it doesn't need to really think about. That's why we mindlessly pull out our phone and scroll. So yeah, basically write down every single thing that you're going to do for the entire day. Everything that you wanted to do but you can't because you're endlessly being distracted. Write it down and then your brain will have such an easier time to do those things because now that's the easier thing. It's already written out exactly what you need to do. It's already written on paper or on your phone that you need to do this at that time. And so it removes the confusion, it makes it easier, and it's a bigger chance that we won't scroll. But there are also 2 analog paper systems that we can use to keep you out of the distraction and make sure that we don't do them. And the first one is a habit tracker. So I have one of them right here. I also have one by my bed. But basically what we do this is that every single habit that you're going to do now that you're locking in, so maybe if you want to get better grades, be like studying, meditation, working out, whatever, right? And then every day you just tick the box if you get that thing, like if you do the task. And this gives us like a dopamine hit because it's kind of like TikTok, where we open up and we scroll and then we get like, oh yeah, now we don't need to wait for the improvements we're seeing by meditating or working out. We can get the instant feedback loop here by ticking the box and getting the immediate dopamine kick. And this is also very nice because at first you don't need to do some crazy thing. Just keep it at the minimum. Basically, you get to tick the box even if you only study for 5 minutes or even if you only meditate for 1 minute. You don't need to have it highly because then you'll just quit and not really do those things. So if you can literally make it so that you get the dopamine even though you didn't do a lot of the work, That's the powerful thing. And the overlooked part of these things are the fucking accountability that they bring. Because, bro, I'll have some days where I'll go to bed and I'll see like an unticked box and I'll be like, shit, bro, my younger self didn't work so hard for me just to skip it today. So I'll literally go later to bed just to complete that habit. But this only, like, the habit tracker only works if you follow what I'm going to say now. You have to hang it on your wall. Specifically, this one I obviously have by my work, but the other one I have over here by my bed. Literally, lie down on your pillow, look where your eyes go in the morning, and hang your habit tracker there. It's the only way that it will actually work. I've helped a lot of people set up their habit trackers, and every single fucking time it's always, oh yeah, it doesn't work. And I'm like, did you hang it on your wall? Oh no. Did you put it somewhere that we don't see? Oh yes, yes. And then obviously it doesn't fucking work, bro. This thing is the ultimate thing. It gives you like the daily TikTok dopamine hit, or maybe collecting the daily rewards in a video game. It's so powerful. But this system obviously is like a day-to-day thing, you know. It makes sure that we're doing the daily things. But now we kind of lack a kind of direction and the feeling of leveling up. Yeah, and that's where we get this one. The goal setting template, I have one there and one there. And this is kind of like, you know, in Fortnite or whatever game you played where we have the level up bar. That's what this gives us. It gives us kind of like a direction and a level up feature. And basically what you write at the top of the paper is the goal that you're trying to achieve. So maybe that'd be like 50 kg bench or 0 depression score, or I don't know, top grades, whatever, right? You write that, and then below you write stepping stones. And these stepping stones, they act as the XP bar. So in video games, you know, you could see how close you were to leveling up. This is the same thing. So for me, with the 1000 subs, it'd be like the first one is 730, then 760, then 790, and it goes all the way up to 1000. And then I can like kind of see how far I am and how much progress I'm making. And so not only does this give us a level up feature, it also gives us the direction and feeling that we're actually getting closer. Because, you know, with this self-improvement stuff, it's pretty much all in the brain, so it can sometimes feel a bit vague if we actually get into our goals. But when you use this, it's very, very clear. And these are literally the only 2 paper systems and the routine that I use to lock the fuck in and not be like instantly consumed by all the digital things. It was only until I did this that I could actually fucking change my life. And bro, yeah, I always thought I would have heard this when I was at your age. So yeah, I'm so happy I could tell you this. And yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to get more info on the thing I'm going to be dropping in October, you can join my free Discord Brotherhood, and I'll get more information there. But yeah, alright, that's it. Put one foot in front of the other.